Hello again, everyone. This is Roktan with another rant, and today this is a very personal rant, and it's a big problem for me due to my weight. Not being able to sit down at work. And there's so many places, there's so many jobs that I've seen where people just stand pretty much in one place. You don't move around much, if at all. And yet you're not allowed to sit down. And I just don't understand that at all. Is it a professionalism thing? You don't look professional if you're sitting down? That's BS. I don't believe that. And in fact, there's a grocery store, a chain of grocery stores called Aldi, you may have heard of it, where their workers get to sit down in chairs. And I actually tried applying for that job and didn't get it, because I wanted to work in a place where I could sit down. But too many places, like places where you might want to work, require you to stand up. And it's doubly difficult for someone who has weight or is overweight. Because when you're heavy and you're staying for a long period of time, all your weight is shooting straight down to your feet, and your feet get so sore. At least mine do. And I've been on a long break lately from my work, and I feel like just today, I swear it feels like it was just a day that my feet have finally not been still a little sore. That's a problem. I mean, okay, if you don't want to do it for people who are underweight, let the people who are overweight, allow them to sit down. Just, I know that this may seem unfair, but they kind of need it more. Basically, it seems that you're only allowed to sit down at places like this if you have like a medical condition that prevents you from staying for that long. You know, like you have really bad knees, or just maybe you broke your ankle, maybe you sprained an ankle or something, you know, or you got injured. That's the only way you're going to get to ever sit down. I hate it. I hate this. And I wish, I want and wish for a petition to the government, and I'm serious about that, to make it like a law or some kind of thing where if it's a job where you're just standing in one place and you don't have to move, you don't have to, then if you don't have to move around, that you are allowed to sit down. Now, the place where I work claimed that one of the managers I talked to said apparently they have been, even the managers, not the head managers, but managers have actually campaigned to get chairs or stools for people to sit down. But their reasoning for not doing it, people have been falling asleep standing up. In fact, one person was fired for such a thing. Fell asleep for half an hour and customers were trying to get their attention at some certain points. Well, if falling asleep is a problem, then here's another thing that bugs me. Why aren't you allowed to have drinks while you're working? Yeah, you're not allowed to have a drink with you at my place unless, again, you have a doctor's note. I have a doctor's note that allows me to have water, but I can't, it's unprofessional for me to drink it in front of customers. I have to wait. I have to I can't have it sitting on the counter. I have to hide it in this little cubicle or underneath my till. Yes, I work at a till, mostly. So, if I wanted to drink pop or something like that, I pretty much have to hide it in my pocket and then put it down in the and put it down in the little cupboard or cubicle or whatever you want to call it, and hope they don't catch me drinking it. It's stupid. Like, allow people to have pop or caffeine if falling asleep is a problem. Would you rather have the unprofessionalism of them drinking caffeine and possibly in front of customers, or would you have it worse where they're falling asleep? In this case, I would say you can't have it both ways. Sure, they'll be able to hide it most of the time, but maybe they really need a sip and a customer catches them in the act. The customer just happens to come by. You can't always prevent them from seeing it, and then they complain, I saw your employee drinking coffee on the job. So unprofessional. And I'm sorry, at that point I'd be like, go away. I would actually tell the customer, would you rather them fall asleep? Like if they're working a late shift, like the graveyard shifts or whatever, that's pretty much what I'd tell them, is like, they're trying to stay awake. Leave them alone. But yeah, not being able to sit down is a big problem, and it's one of the driving forces behind me wanting to lose weight. I admit that has been going well because it's very hard for me to get motivated to exercise. So yeah, that's another issue in itself. So that's the end of this rant. This is a very personal rant, and maybe it bugs other people as much as it does me. I don't know. But this has been Roktan signing off. Slick.